Welcome back to Victoria 2, and this time in Victoria 2 we're taking a hold of the Netherlands, because the Netherlands is in a prime position here at January the 1st, 1836 to do some interesting stuff in the world. I mean, they still have the homeland here north of Belgium and what is west of Germany. This is west, right? Yeah, this is west. This is east. Right. Trying to remember which is which. And I think Belgium just recently got out of Netherlands' clause. Belgian independence and whatnot. I can't remember exactly how many years ago, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 2 decades ago. And a bit over 2 decades ago, we were the Batavian Republic. I really need to brush up on my Dutch history, because I can't really remember the dates very well, but I know that the Batavian Republic was a thing, and also that Belgium was a part of the Netherlands not too long ago in this time period. And the Dutch have some interesting things here. I mean, they have some colonies still in the Caribbean. Here in Curaçao, is this? No, this is Aruba. This is Curaçao. And also have Sint Maarten. Isn't it Sint Maarten? I think it is. It is the name of the city, Philipsburg. Sure. And we also have Secondi here on the Dutch Gold Coast, as well as, of course, Indonesia, where we have most of Java, and the rest of Java is in our sphere, or more like our satellite. And we have a nice hold here on Sumatra, and also have a nice hold here on Borneo. So we can expand our sphere of influence here pretty quickly with, very few people to stand against us. And also could go against Vietnam, or, I mean, we have free reign here in Southeast Asia. We can do a lot of fun things, and we should probably get on to doing that as soon as possible, because that will strengthen our hold. We won't go towards China, because that is more or less cheating, and I don't think I've gone against China in any of these playthroughs so far, so why start now? We will, however, try to get a nice foothold here in Africa before, the scratch for Africa? No, the scramble for Africa, before the scramble of Africa begins. And we also need to decide what to do about these damn Belgians. Should we take it back, or is it even feasible? They are protected by the United Kingdom, and what do we have? We have an alliance with, our colonial holdings. We have a truce with Belgium here that lasts until 1839. We could probably get an alliance here with Prussia. Yes, we can. So let's do that to start off with. We need some diplomatic alliances here on the continent. We could also try to block Germany forming, because that would be in our interest, but how would we do that best? We probably need to take something like Hanover or whatever. We'll work on it. I mean, it's only 1836 so far. We don't have any research set here, so we should probably go for ideological thought. That seems like a good deal, and we have a lot of different areas here. And in Holland, we will go with intellectuals. I used to have some Dutch friends a couple of years ago, and the reason I'm saying that is because they tried to teach me Dutch, at least a little bit, only for a few days really. And some of them were from the north here, and some of them were from the south. I have one from Arnhem here, and one from Groningen, is it? And they had an argument on, depending on who I was talking to. If I was talking to the people from the north, they wanted me to pronounce the G's as or whatever it is. This very strange sound. And the ones from the south was more like very, very soft G that I couldn't really figure out how to pronounce even. Or if it was even something to pronounce. So, depending on who I was talking to, I always pronounced things wrong. I ended up kind of not learning Dutch for that reason. Oh yeah, before we start the time, we should really get up the taxes here, get some money, maybe get the tariff flowing in, and max out the sliders. Yeah, that is true, administration. But we have a fairly good administrative efficiency to begin with. Maybe we should, though, before we do anything, get our bureaucrats up. That seems like a good idea. No, actually it doesn't. I always like to add up the bureaucrats too, because I have a feeling that bureaucrats are undervalued, let's just say. Bureaucrats can do nice things to your tax efficiency, your tariffs efficiency, or whatever. But when you're playing Netherlands, most of it is fairly developed to begin with, but let's get literacy up anyway. We start with 68.6% in literacy. I'm not sure you can start with much higher than that. Maybe perhaps, I don't know, Prussia, Sweden or Denmark could probably have higher than that. But you can't really start with much higher than that. You can't really ask for much more, is what I'm trying to say. Can't really ask for much more than that. And we start with a war here against Aceh. And here we are in a fight, and we lost that fight. So we should probably calm down a bit, maybe recruit some troops. Stay calm and quiet. Yeah, Borneo garrison, you need to... Garnison, sure. Go for that. And they can meet in Jambi. And we kind of need to gather up some troops. Meanwhile, we can call in some allies here. In our war against Aceh. How about Jambi? Sure, let's go in with Jambi. Wait, isn't this probably called Jambi? So we stole Jambi and yet they're called Jambi. They should really rename themselves to Lampung or something. There we go. And these guys will eventually show up. Humiliate. We won't humiliate you. That might be the war goal, but we will do something far worse than that. We will demand concession. Or make puppet. Make puppet. Huh. It's not really worth it though. I mean, I could make concessions and they would give me this area. Perhaps even this. Yeah, but the mainland wouldn't really fall to me. And for some reason I can't demand them to give me all of their country. Which is a shame. But sure, we need more territory. It's fairly expensive when it comes to infamy, but I'm not really seeing where we would use our infamy on right now anyway. So that would be a worthwhile cause. We should... I mean, we have now 6,000 men, infantry, and they're scared, so they probably only have militia. They're not called militia, they are called irregulars, yeah, irregulars. They only have irregulars, and what is happening in the mainland? Nothing is happening. Because we're at peace. Should we misuse our allies here and declare war? Restore order? It would cost us a lot of prestige. They would call in the United Kingdom, who in turn would be able to call in what? A fuckload of shit. But would the Prussians be willing? The Prussians would not be willing. So that seems like, well, let's just say it doesn't really seem worth it. I think we have something here. The short declaration, what is that? The short declaration was short. Wait, okay. Because it contained with the long I don't understand. The short declaration was short and brief. Well, that makes sense. Has something to do with the Tidor Sultanate, and we can inherit Siak. Oh, so what I'm doing is completely useless. We need to have invented nationalism and imperialism. Is a puppet of Netherlands. Is a puppet of Netherlands. Siak exists. Oh no, we did the wrong thing. We can use that. Let's see, here's the castle, offers us an alliance, sure. So what we should have done... Wait, Siak. Oh, this is Siak, they're already all puppets. Never mind. Never mind me. So we don't need to do anything special. Wasn't Aceh was talking about anyway. So, Tidor Sultanate, where is the Tidor? It's somewhere over here, isn't it? This is Bali. Bone Sultanate, or Bone Sultanate, whatever you want to call it. Tidor, I mean. They go for both, and I agree. Okay, so where is this? Oh, there it is. Tidor Sultanate, they are already our puppet. So both of them are our puppet, so I don't need to do anything special for that. What we need here is some sort of fleet. We need a bigger fleet, though. This is our Königliche Marine, sure. Oh, well, we got this through. We should probably expand it a bit more. Some clipper transports, about 3 more so we can transport more troops around. This will be our colonial holdings, the main colonial holdings anyway. The Swedes want an alliance, but why? I mean, I have no reason to deny them this honor of becoming our allies. So Hanover will be released when Queen Victoria dies, which will be next year, I think. And the Prussians will be all over that. So to block Germany forming, we need to take a part of Germany. A part which has a German core. And doing that is far easier said than done. Especially since we can't even defeat the Belgians at the moment. True, they do have, when we will revisit this when the truce goes out. We might take the Belgians back, or we might not. It seems hard though to grab Belgium, especially when they have the help of, United Kingdom. The Bone Sultanate is interesting. We could establish protectorate here. It would take a long time and cost a lot, but we could do that. Oh, and I'm playing, by the way, on the historical project mod. I think it's the latest version, but I'm not sure. It could have been outdated. I mean, it was a couple of months since I upgraded it, or updated it the last time. But it's playing on the latest version of Victoria 2. So all the other places of Victoria has been in an older version of HPM and in an older version of Victoria 2 overall. While this one is the most updated, and I can finally use the Steam version, which is fun. 2 Sicilies want an alliance, so I have very strange alliances. I have Prussia, Sweden, I have Hesse-Kassel, and, 2 Sicilies. 2 Sicilies doesn't make any sense, and I'm afraid that they will drag us into some useless shit. Speaking of not useless shit, we should probably upgrade our naval bases over here, so we are ready. Naval bases everywhere. Here's a naval base place, and Ambon will be a naval base place. And we should probably do the same in Africa here, because we have our station in Africa, where we can take Ashanti and so on. We can demand concession already, which is honestly not a bad idea. We start working on the Africans already. We should probably upgrade over here as well. Philipsburg will get a naval base, and so will Curacao. Yeah, Curacao will be the ones getting the naval base. What about Guyana over here? No naval base over there. No siree. A fairly decent army, I would say, so far. I would just like to remove the cuirassiers. There we have the ascension of Queen Victoria. Oh wait, did I say Queen Victoria would die before? I might have said that. But you know what I mean. I meant that she would be alive and ascending. And make the last of them artillery. So we have a well-rounded army over here. There will be in total about 42,000 men, which would otherwise be like a bog standard army for me. But in this case will be my entire army. We can recruit troops in Asia, quite a few of them, 7 times 3, so there will be 21,000 men. Right now we only have, some garrisons here and there. Rio Grande do Sul defaults. And we will, issue that their debt has been forgiven. And they have been crushed by Brazil, of course they have. I was thinking of playing Brazil actually, or playing something in South America, or maybe Mexico for that matter. And they're interesting countries. I mean, Brazil, when I did way back, when I did my beginner's startup guide or whatever, was called in Victoria 2, I suggested playing Brazil to startup, since you have to develop a country up and go through so many stages that you would be well equipped to play pretty much every single country beyond that, except for maybe uncivs. And that is true still. I mean, Brazil is very safe. The population is mostly along here, so they have to go through the Amazon to get to the northern borders. I mean, the other countries in South America barely does anything except for revolutions all the time and destroying themselves. And, the worst that the United States can do is sphere you, and that you can get out of. So yeah. Though once upon a time when I played Brazil, I got invaded by France, and that wasn't very fun. They wanted to take half my country away from me, and I didn't really appreciate that. We will put a rally point here in Amsterdam, where all the troops will we'll get is people from Zwolle, Arnhem and Groningen that will arrive in Amsterdam. Mecklenburg offers us an alliance. Sure. I mean, Mecklenburg is already allied with Prussia. And see here, no, Hanover will fall into Prussian hands, yeah. The only thing we could do is like justify a war fast as hell, take like East Friesland away from them. And that would leave Germany with the option of, well, if they wanted to form, they would have to declare war on me. And they would win. That would be the least fun part about that part, or that thing. I assume that most of our troops can be made here on Java, since Java has so many people. So goddamn many people. So maybe we should make them separately. Here we have one irregular, that is useless. There's no point in having irregulars when you can have anything else at all. So we have... Here we have 9,000 men. Here we have 3,000 and here we have 3,000. And these 9,000 will be... I think this will be included in the main garrison army of the colonial holdings. So what we will do here is get some hussars, about 2 of them. And how about, not cavalry, how about artillery, infantry. How about infantry and infantry? Why are there 2 different ones? Yeah, I think that would be fairly decent. What have we missed here? I think that is all. I think we have all that we can. Okay, ideological thought is done. So what to do now? Well, idealism will unlock in 3 years, so that will be interesting when it happens. And beyond that, how about medicine? Let's go for medicine. Medicine is good. Medicine is great. And we have no lack of money. So we could probably military spending up there. And we are spending quite a bit on land units, purchasing stuff for them to be built. So now we can focus on expanding our future strategy and plan. I mean, what the hell? We need to do something. We need to have a plan. I mean, my idea when I started this... Wait, what is this? Is something about the Bone Sultanate. This is not in our interest. It remains a possibility. Bone Sultanate. Establish a protectorate over the Bone Sultanate. Yeah, I like that. Allow annexation of what? All of the Bone Sultanate? All of the Bone Sultanate. Declare war. Establish protectorate. That seems interesting. Right, and what else did we get? Something about... Declare war. Demand concession. Well, I mean, all of these sounds like fun things to do. Kalimantan will lose some stuff. They will probably throw in some of their allies into the war. But overall, I think we will do just fine. Just fine. We will pick up some friends over here and then head towards Borneo primarily. Actually, we will help out over here first. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Hopefully. Just gotta hurry. Just gotta hurry. Yeah, well, it's actually going pretty bad for them so far, despite our low garrison. So perhaps we can help out in Borneo first. We'll see. Here we have 12,000 men now. They will all board their ships and head towards... Well, this is a massive victory in Makassar. And Sulu over here has 1 ship. As you know, I would move it away if I were them. They actually do a naval invasion of my country. Very daring, very daring. I'll give them that. But they better get out of my way first, or I will sink them. Well, I sunk them. So let's make sure that they will do nothing over here. So Sulu, where are they? Who are Sulu? Oh, they're over here. Okay. That is fine. That is fine. Okay, so we will mow down the Kalimantan army and head towards taking out the Bone Sultanate. Sulu will handle after. So we get free land, just expanding our sphere over here.